Christmas time with you guys. I'm going to read some stories, and I'm going to read a couple of letters that came from some of the young children in the community. I'd like to give you a little reminder, though, that they do still have the Santa mailbox here at the Limestone Library, and I'd like to see you empty out some more letters into that box. Also, some of you may have received a little care package with a book and some other little trinkets from the library. If you hadn't received one, there are still some limited supplies here at the library. We'd like you to come down and grab some. Just make sure you're using the curbside service. With that being said, I'm going to read a couple of these letters that came from some of the local children, hoping that things are going well for everybody. Please remember that during this time of COVID, we don't need you to get too upset or too worried about it, because Santa's still going to come to your houses. We're still going to take care of you the same way we do every year. I wanted to make sure to make it down to Limestone, though, and read you a little story, the same one we read last year, Night Before Christmas. And we also want to make sure that you understand that things happen sometimes and we have no control over it. Hope you enjoy your Christmas, and thanks again for sending in some letters for Santa to read. I've got two letters that I'm going to share with you guys this evening. The first one is from a young man named Ian. And Ian, I'm not going to use your last name just for privacy reasons, but I wanted to tell you thank you for sending me your letter, and I'll see what I can do about your Transformer and also about your Batman and Robin toys. We'll see what we can do about this bicycle too. I hope that you have a great day, and much appreciated for sending in my letter. I'll make sure that gets back to the elves immediately. This one is for Santa from the elves and the reindeer. And remember to smile, it's Christmas. Thank you for the card. It says, Merry Christmas. May your holidays be happy days, filled with every reason to smile. From Cameron and Hudson. Thank you very much, boys and girls. And here's your list. This is very simple, and I love simple lists because what it means is that somebody knows the real meaning of Christmas. Which is not really all about receiving, but sometimes it's more about giving. Dear Santa, I want a big Pokemon card, and my brother would like a monster truck. From Cameron and Hudson. Thank you. We'll see what we can do about making those happen. But I don't see any issues. The elves are pretty busy on those monster trucks, and then Pokemon cards, we have lots of those. Well, Merry Christmas. I'm going to read your book down. Don't forget to get those letters down if you'd like to get those to Santa before the end of the year. Okay, we're going to probably take those all the way up till like the Friday before Christmas. I believe that's on the 22nd. I believe that's when it is. I haven't looked at my calendar because Santa's going really crazy. But we have about 17 days till Christmas off today. 17. Hopefully everybody's having a good night again, like I said, but we're going to start the story. It's called "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mom in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn arose such a clatter that I sprung from my bed to see what was the matter. And away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to the objects below. When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With the little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles the coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Vixen, I'm Comet, I'm Cupid, I'm Donner, I'm Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves before the wind hurricane fly, when they met with an obstacle, amount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. Then prancing and pawing with each little hoof, as I drew in my head I was turning around. Down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and his beard on his chin was white as snow. The stump of a pipe and held tight to his teeth, and the smoke encircled his head just like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and as I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself, with a wink of his eye and a twink of his head, he soon gave me to know that I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word and went straight to his work and filled all of the stockings and turned with a jerk. As laying his finger to the side of his nose and giving a nod up the chimney, he rose. He sprung to his sleigh, his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I do apologize for some technical difficulties. I hope that you all have the most Merry Christmas ever, and I hope that you enjoy the most beautiful present you'll ever have, and that's your family. Please give each other a hug, extra tight, when you snuggle down just before Christmas night.